High jump is a discipline in athletics that consists of a whole body movement. Speed, explosiveness, power, and agility are physical attributes that are essential for that highly technical discipline. High jump is divided into 4 different parts, but I will only focus on the first 3 ones. The first phase is the run. For me, the run towards the bar includes 7 and later 5 steps and starts with 3 steps straight, and then the last 4 steps are a curve, so that at the end of the run I'm parallel to the bar. When running the curve, it is important to lean in regarding the takeoff. Also, the center of the body should be as high as possible, because then it is easier to get the explosiveness takeoff. The second phase is the takeoff. Here it is important that the last step is as fast and as short as possible, so that the center of mass is up and it is easier to jump, because one does not need power to get the center of the body up. So I'm able to take off explosively and use the speed to transfer it into height. Also, the knee should go up and support the rotating movement of the upper body by turning the knee away from the mat. The third phase is the flight. When pushing off, the good amount of pressure from the takeoff is transforming into height. In this phase, the front side arm movement should be an extended line of the curve of flying, and the head should lead over the bar. The arm movement should match with the drawn line to simplify the movement of the hip and the back. As one can see here, the execution of extending the hip is not enough. The white arrow includes the center of mass, and the hip should be close to that height. The fourth phase is the landing. Here the shoulders are landing first, and then the legs and feet are rolled up and go over the head. When comparing my technique with the one from a professional athlete, there are some differences in execution. Before the takeoff, the athlete uses his arms to create more power in transforming the speed into height. Then he goes straight up with his knee, and his front side arm and head goes over the bar, so they prescribe the motion of the flight. Then he gets a hip up, which is at the same height at the center of mass, and goes over the bar. My goals for high jump are a faster takeoff, a better arm movement, and extend the hips. So my training consists of many jumps to improve the explosiveness and power from my legs. The jump from a box to the ground and then up again or over the hurdle improves the explosiveness. The goal is to touch the ground as short as possible, which is helpful for the faster takeoff because of the improvement of fast twitch muscle fibers. This exercise helps to get used to the movement over the bar, especially for the hip extension. These videos show the improved arm movement, trained by many jumps with only 3 and later 5 steps, to focus on the technique and not the run, and to repeat it many times. The goal was to follow the white arrow with my arm. When I now compare my technique with the one from a professional athlete and with the technique from the beginning, the weekly training helped me to improve my technique, especially in the takeoff, the arm movement, and the hip extension. The arm movement shows an improvement right after the takeoff. I could manage to get first the head and the arm over the bar. The extension of the hip can still be improved, but I managed to get the height of the hips closer to the same height as the center of mass. When comparing my technique at the end with the one from the beginning, especially the flight shows an improvement as I lead the movement with my head and my arm and extend the hips. The second part of the video is speed skating. The movement of ice skating is divided into 4 categories. During the analysis, I will focus on posture, balance, and the push-off phase. The first category is the posture. It is important to keep the point of gravity on top of the skate. Also, the knee angle should be 90 to 110 degrees and the ankle angle between 60 to 70 degrees. This is a part that needs to be improved and is therefore one of my goals. The second section is the balance. The balance is an important part that will help to push off more easily and improves the rhythm as a form of active ice skating. That is why improving the balance by getting more stability in foot is the second goal. The balance is also about replacing the weight from one skate to the other. This can also be improved as I'm more running on the ice and not sliding. The third category is the push-off. Here the angle should be as small as possible and grip is used to push off. Important is, as it is a lateral movement, to not push up and more to the slides. So the technique is about to try to push the body away instead of trying to push the skates away. I have to improve my grip as it is essential for having the power to push off. The fourth category is the swing of the leg. Here the one skate should be in front of the other one and the angle of the ankle should be close. My goals for ice skating are a better posture, more balance and a more powerful push-off. By doing on-ice exercises that are about changing the angles, I got the right feeling of how much my knees had to bend down. I tried to get my knee angle closer to 100 degrees. To improve the balance, I started with off-ice exercises. With jumping from one side to the other or jumps that are similar to the ice skating movement, the ankle gets more stability and strength, which will improve my overall balance. This jump is also important for the posture when focusing about keeping the center of gravity close. Also, the exercise of the single leg balance can help improving the balance. An on-ice exercise is to skate on one skate, which will help to get a better feeling of how much strength and stability the ankle needs and about the feeling of how the balance will influence the push-off, which is the third goal. To improve the push-off, the exercise is about to put more pressure on the leg when pushing off so that the body gets pushed forwards and not only the skate. By comparing my technique with the one from the beginning and with the one from the end of class, an improvement can be seen around the 3 goals. Looking at these videos, the push-off is more powerful, which leads to more sliding to the sides. Also, with more balance, I'm able to skate longer on the one skate when pushing off to the sides. What still needs to improve is the posture. Even if I trained it, the improvement is not that much because the knee angle is still too big, so above 90 to 110 degrees. All in all, I managed to improve my push-off and my balance, which helped me to slide more on the ice and not run. So I got closer to the overall rhythm as a form of ice skating.